Today we're going to be talking specifically about the stress in your body, anxiety, things that you can do to remove it. We're coming into the holiday season, and when you come in today, just give us a single word or a phrase that describes how you're feeling today. And do you feel this step 12 energy? It is the 4th of December. We're coming up through the holidays, and it's step 12. Today is about believing in your new story, and it's about it's about feeling that. And what do you believe and what are you going to do? Grand rising, brain fog, feel a little bit of calm. Yeah, again, put it down in there. Also, can you give us a bunch of forward this off? Hit this button right here. Forward it off to 5 or 10 people, or just to one person. It helps the algorithm. And then put in the comments how you're feeling. Give me a bunch of likes too. Optimistic. Wow. Okay, there we go. Sagittarius coming in for the optimistic. Jersey City. Okay. Hey Scott, how you doing? Fear of being alone? Okay, cool.
I have some exciting news.
Oh.
Troy Casey's coming on the live this morning.
Whoa! What time?
Probably, I think it's 12:30 this time.
Okay, so at 12:30 we have Certified Health Nut going to come in and take out some of those conversations about this urine post that we did. Millions of you on this urine post.
So
and
9:30 Pacific time.
9:30 Pacific time. So so that's an hour and a half. And we're gonna like bust some of the myths. So looking forward to it. New ways of being, tired and stressed, okay? Rested. Blah. Give me a career that you feel is needed after being a mom. Here's the career that you can be after being a mom, is be yourself. There's something that you wanted to do when you started. How about not a career? How about you take care of yourself? Get yourself back in that state of being. Because when you are good inside your body, you will be good outside your body too. The problem is that we're not good in here. That's the issue. Hey Mark, how you doing? Calm. What about hanging from hands and feet to lengthen and decompress? Hey, that'll work. You can also just do fascial maneuvers. They naturally decompress you. Too many ideas, because if your fascia's tight or dehydrated, hanging is not going to actually benefit you. By the way, when you go like this, like if you take your hand and go like this, try this. See your range of motion. Now go like this, do it. So when you hang, you're actually not decompressing. You're actually starting to create compression in your body. If you hang from your ankles and they're wrapped around, like the boot ankles, the ones that wrap around here, you'll actually start to get a decompression in your body. But if you hang from your hands and you're holding on, you actually do the opposite of decompression. Fantastic. Worn down, uneasy, on heavy mind, different. When are we coming to Hawaii? Sometime soon, I would imagine.
So what date he's coming in right at noon?
Okay, right at noon. So 56 minutes he'll be here.
In about an hour.
Or 56 minutes.
Or 56 minutes.
Birthday week, December 7th. Feeling a lot of energy. Sherry, that's awesome. Sagittarius feeling anxious, bummed, and depleted. Bummed and depleted. 23 with erectile dysfunction. Anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt, that's your bladder is, if you're having erectile dysfunction, you have an anterior pelvic tilt. That's the bladder pulling in and tight there. The psoas release, which we do like this, it's in the lower reset. Do the same thing. Do the psoas release, one side, two sides, and then do it on bladder. I'll do it with you guys if you want. You guys want to do this? This is good for anterior pelvic tilt for men and women. It's good for leaky bladder, small bladder. It's good for erectile dysfunction for men. It's good for uterine or ovarian cysts. Okay. And it just opens up. So take your hands, put it at your belly button. Go 2 inches over and 2 inches down. So this area right here, it's right here, right above the hip. So when you pull up so you feel it pulling down into the leg. Stretch down with the left leg, lean back, and breathe. Deep. And breathe 6 times. And we're going to go do the other side right away. Feel that? Feel how good that feels? Move around a little bit. Oh. A little bit dizzy. Okay, now let's do the left side. Okay, hands in the center. We'll go to the left 2 inches, down 2 inches. And again, it's above the left hip, right here. So pulling up, lunge forward with your right foot, and lean back and breathe. If you have an autoimmune disease, this is really powerful for that. Autoimmune disease is lack of movement and congestion inside of your small intestine, large intestine. You do the lower reset, you do this thing. I would do this 3 times a day if I had an autoimmune disease. And if I have a pelvic issue, or guys, a prostate issue, or bladder issue, or women, bladder, leaky bladder, anything like that. So we do those 2, and I do them a couple times a day. Now the last one is the same thing. We're going to go down, and we're going to pull up on the bladder area. So I'm going to go right to my skin here, pull up on my bladder area, and I'm pulling up so I can feel it on both sides. So I feel it going down both legs. So I'm stretching it up, okay? I'm going to stretch down, a really good stretch there. Stretch down and lean back and breathe. Come on, back up. Stretch down, lean back and breathe. And so if you have erectile dysfunction and you have a pelvic tilt, that's basically blocking the flow into that area. And there's probably a limitation of blood flow in there. The other thing I would do for erectile dysfunction is I have somebody help you do the belly button untorque, the ileocecal valve remove, ileocecal valve release. I would also do the anal sphincter release, which you can DM us for. And and these ones here, I would do that with the lower reset. I do it twice a day. Get your minerals up and your vitamins up. Take the 28-day reset bundle of supplements, and do that for a course of 4 weeks straight. Most likely, your erectile dysfunction will go away. And I'm talking from experience. No dysfunction. Now, I wish I had time to listen. Stressed to the max. Want to learn. Well, I hope you were doing what we're doing. If you're stressed to the max, go do the upper reset. Do it twice a day. the 15-minute stress reset twice a day. That'll get rid of your stress. You do that twice a day, in any circumstance, you're going to feel better. Can't sleep, anxious. If you can't sleep and you're anxious, do the lower reset and the organ reset before you go to sleep. It'll take you 30 minutes. You'll sleep right away. Just started foundational protocol. Have RA. Feel amazing after 2 days. Are the 25 biop necessary? Yeah, let's start off. Do you want to go live and talk about it? They're necessary for your RA for sure. And it's because your rheumatoid arthritis is coming from the congestion in the small intestine. So the 28-day reset protocol is designed to do a couple things. Number one is to hydrate your body. Oh, here we go.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. I obviously look like this. I just got done with my 4th eye surgery. You answered my question the other day as well. So
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So what's your name?
I'm Brittany.
Hi, Brittany. And Brittany, where are you located?
Prescott, Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. Okay. And do you eat a lot of cheese?
No, because I have autoimmune, so I stay away from it.
And Brittany, when's your birthday?
Valentine's Day.
February 14th.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you know what degree you are? Are you a 22 degree Aquarius?
I don't know that.
You're gonna run your chart. You could be a Grandmaster Aquarius.
Well, hopefully I am.
That would explain a lot. Or even you could even be a 21 degree Aquarius. But you run your chart. You have to know this stuff.
I will. I heard you guys talking about it on the live the other day, and I was like, I have no idea what this means.
How do I spell your first name?
Brittany.
You're an A-N-Y. Okay, good. Yeah. So my daughter's a A-N-Y.
Okay.
So do you have Cancer in your moon or you don't even know, right? Or your rising?
I do I think I have Aquarius, and then I can't remember the other one, but I did do that one a while back when I was like first diagnosed with my RA. So I was trying to look into that kind of stuff too. But I know I'm double Aquarius.
Yeah, okay, double Aquarius. So Aquariuses have a very good way of detaching from emotions. Like the Aquariuses, you guys weird me out a little bit because I go to talk to you and you just like, and if you don't like the conversation, you just shut off the emotion. And I'm like, I have no idea. Are you listening to me? Are you not listening to me? But
I've been through quite a lot in my life, and that tends to be the route that I've taken. But I just went through something really traumatic, so I'm trying not to do that this time.
Yeah, but the other side of that, it's a super functioning superpower because being able to shut off emotions allows you to relate to a lot of people because, like I got an Aries ego. If I'm pissed off, there is no way you're not going to feel it.
Oh yeah.
And so one of the things that I found with Aquarius is that they generally, because they shut off or disassociate from the emotions, they tend to have a lot of issues in their body when they're figuring it out. Now, how old are you?
I'm going to be 33. I had to think about that one.
You're going to be 33. So you're 32. Yeah. So you're in your Gemini year. So you're in your head this year.
Okay.
But you're going into your balance year this February. So on this birthday, you are going to start to balance your body. But between now and then, because you're coming up to your balance year, most of the crap that's not okay in your life or your body is going to come out right now. So everything that you did wrong in the first 30 years of your life is coming out between now and your birthday.
Okay.
Got it?
I can feel it.
Yeah. So that means don't judge it when it comes out. Just know it's like, it's kind of like if you wake up in the morning, you got a hangover, but you had fun at the party. Oh. I had fun at the party. It's like, oh man, it hurts so much, but it was fun. Just keeps telling yourself that. Yeah,
I will.
So the question was, is the 25 mass signs? Is it needed? And I'll tell you what it's for. Okay.
Okay.
So what I have a belief about the body. It's a little different than the rest of the world. I can literally stand here and say, in my experience, every disease in the world starts off at autoimmunity at some point, even people that don't think they have it. Because what happens is the body stops processing and digesting properly. That's one of the first things. So with rheumatoid arthritis, there are a couple things I've noticed. Number one is a dysregulation of pH in the body and a lack of absorption of nutrients. Okay. A lot of compression around the lower abdomen and bladder area. Okay. And if you get compression around the small intestine, lower abdomen, then the body can't function and flow properly. So that movement I just did a minute ago with the I would literally do that 3-4 times a day. Okay. Like, I would just do it all day long, keep it moving in there. Okay. And because if you get that moving in there, that's the first thing, because you can do all the supplements and everything right and it still won't work.
Right.
The diatomaceous earth and the Irish sea moss have two things. Diatomaceous earth allows your body, the silica, to absorb the sea moss properly so you can hydrate the tissue. The diatomaceous earth has these little diatoms that exfoliate the inside of your intestine. Okay. That is basically, you got gunk on the inside of your intestines and it's basically scratching off the walls. The mass signs, what they do is they're a proteolytic enzyme, and the P3OM, what they do is literally they go after all that stuff on the wall, because that stuff on the wall was food that didn't get dealt with properly. Okay. So it literally, the amount of it is to digest the food. It just seems like a lot, but if we had it in a scoop, it would only be a scoop. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense then, because it just like, when you read it, you're like, holy crap. Yeah. Because they're small little pills, right? Yeah. So then you said, I think, the 8 of the Power Kirk then for autoimmune. Yeah, I would do that, because what happens is that you you can try 4 and 4, or you can try 2, 2, 2, and 2, depending on what your life is like. Yeah. Like if you do it more frequently throughout the day, you have more. Actually, to tell you the truth, I would do it 4 and 4 for a while. Then I would do it 2 or 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 2 or something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Break it up a little bit because what's going to happen is your body gets used to the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you mix it up, your body keeps responding and keeps acting differently.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then
Usually RA, if you and there's a lot of people in Wisconsin practicing. You can look in the app too.
okay.
If you can get to a partnered session or somebody
Mhm.
who's doing it, they do a partner belly button torque, partner iliac valve release, and then the partner maneuvers with the arms and the legs.
Okay.
That one will like literally kick the crap out of your autoimmune disease.
All right. I want to kick the crap out of it because it's been a grueling almost 4 years here, and I've tried, right? The famous quote, tried everything.
What kind of things have you tried out of curiosity? Like
So
what have you
I've done parasite cleanse, heavy metal cleanse. I have an infrared sauna. I do cold plunging. I mean, like all the biohacking stuff, coffee enemas, all that stuff, and castor oil packs. I've seen a few different doctors, and I mean, I've definitely made progress. That's not to say I haven't, but I'm ready to just be done with it.
get rid of it. Yeah.
Get rid of it. It doesn't serve a purpose anymore.
Yeah, you know what? It's all diseases, including cancers, in my opinion, start at autoimmunity at the core of it.
Okay.
And it's a congestion, blockage, and an inability to absorb properly. And if I have an inability to absorb properly, I consider that to be an autoimmune. I mean, it's at what level do you measure it? Because we have cold hands, cold feet.
Yes. Yes.
And
All
then
the
we
time.
get brain fog. Then we get depression, anxiety. All those things are just accumulations over time.
Yeah. And my biggest thing is like the stiffness in my knees right now. Like sometimes I can't even walk, and I have 3 kids and I'm busy and blah, blah. I love to be active, but it's just getting to the point where it's just like, I'm done with this bullshit.
Yeah. So when's your husband's birthday, out of curiosity?
He's a Cancer. He's July 10th.
Oh, July 10th. And so you had issues from feeling supported by your parents, correct?
Yeah. Yep. And then my dad especially, and then he actually unfortunately passed away in a tragic car accident 6 years ago almost, so we never really got the resolution.
Well, when was your dad's birthday?
He is August 18th.
Oh, he's a master level Leo. He's trying to show you to follow your heart. And
Yes,
if he's unconscious,
yes.
he'll do it in weird ways.
I feel that totally.
You want to do a little experiment?
Sure.
Okay. This is going to get emotional probably.
Oh no, I already look like crap. Now you're going to make me cry.
Okay, so what was your dad's name?
Mike.
Mike. Okay. And he was the 18th. Okay, so I'm going to stand in place for your dad. And you're just going to talk to him and tell him what you wanted to tell him. And I'll just hold the space and let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing just over the past few years is just I forgive you. I don't want to hold on to the anger of you not being there for me, because I know you were just trying to show up and learn yourself.
Yeah.
And I think towards the last part of your life, we really started to reconnect and have fun. And I wish we could have continued that, and I wish I could have helped out more.
Okay, Brittany, say, Dad, I was scared to tell you what was truly on my heart.
Dad, I was scared to truly tell you what was on my heart.
I held that inside my body.
I held that inside my body.
I no longer want to hold that.
I no longer want to hold that.
I forgive you for everything.
I forgive you for everything.
And I'm learning to forgive myself.
And I'm learning to forgive myself.
I know that you were here to teach me a lesson.
I know that you were here to teach me a lesson.
And it wasn't always convenient.
And it wasn't always convenient.
And I'm learning that lesson now.
And I'm learning that lesson now.
There you go.
Thank you.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah. I'm sweating everywhere right now.
Yeah, Brittany, also feels like you can speak up a little bit more in your life about what's important to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
Especially when you got a husband, you got kids.
Mhm.
And when you speak what's important to you and you speak your truth,
Mhm.
at first it feels like you can't, but if you do, they will adjust very quickly.
Mhm. Oh, thank you. It felt like a release in my neck too.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I was
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well,
So,
thank you.
so listen. After the 28-day resets, the Lifestyle Artist Program,
Yeah.
and the 28-day reset right now. By the way, you can go to online classes every week. There's
Okay.
every day of the week. I think there's a class inside there under events, and
Mhm.
there's also support group.
Okay.
And I suggest get in and feel it out and
Yeah.
talk to a few people, because right now what you're processing at the core of this is this emotions are held. You're really good at holding emotions.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I'll be tight-lipped for 2 years and then they all come flooding out.
2 glasses of wine and woohoo!
Oh man, I try not to do that though.
Yeah, I know what it feels like. I mean, I was not good at expressing emotions myself. I only knew excitement, anger. I never would talk about fear. Fear didn't exist.
Yeah.
When I was fearful, I would start, Napoleon Hill, start talking, Anthony Robbins, start talking the positive, but that shit wasn't coming out of my body. I mean, I was just getting over it.
Oh my gosh, totally. Well, my recent thing, I mean, I typed, but I got hit in this eye with a golf ball. I'm completely blind in this eye now. I just had my fourth surgery. They're trying to reattach the retina, blah, blah, blah. But there's a lesson in this. I don't know what it is yet, but
Is it your left eye?
it's this one right here. So
Is
my
that
right eye,
left or right?
my right.
Okay. It's about there's a fear of seeing what you're going to do in the world coming forward.
It's yes.
So
Yes.
so you can take your right hand,
Yeah.
push it into the eye socket,
Okay.
and rotate it externally. Feel that compression. Then take your left hand and counter rotate it on the back of the head,
Yeah.
and then just move around.
Okay.
Close your other eye.
Ooh, holy crap.
Yeah, just keep doing that. Turn your head, get down there, get squat right down. Breathe. Come on up.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Wow. Whoa. That's a lot too.
Yeah, isn't that?
Wow.
So you think about the eye, okay? The body is pressurized, so the eye has a balance of pressure, not too much so it doesn't come out too much, and not too much the other way. So when you get hit there, it's going to cause pressure imbalances in the fascia that was behind the whiplash of your neck. So
Okay.
you got whiplash of your eye. My experience is the eyesight will come. Yeah, all the sight will come back and all that.
Wow. That would be amazing.
The other thing you can do is stretch around the eye
Yeah.
and then stretch around there. But also the other one is to stretch it like this
Yeah.
and then roll the eye around.
Okay.
So basically all the attachments, because the surgeries are causing more and more pressure on the eye.
So much. And that they're just so frequent. And that's what I worry about just with everything. Like they're every 4 weeks at this point.
Yeah,
So
you'll be okay. You'll
Okay.
get out of this. But the answer to your eye issue
yeah.
is going to be addressing the emotional issue. It's going to feel a little weird over the next year, but people are being asked to detach from certainty. So in other words, I want to know what the world's going to look like. I have all this fear that I'm not going to be okay. Banks are collapsing, businesses, schools are doing weird shit, relationships are, and it's asking us to believe in ourselves and believe in our future.
Okay.
And that's what's happening.
I feel that for sure. I'm sure everyone does at this point with the state of the world.
They all feel it, but they're not, a lot of them aren't admitting it. And the ones that are feeling it and are even admitting it they're trying to blame the outside world for it. But this is all the stuff in the world is designed right now
Yeah.
to help bring the stuff that we've stored in our bodies out so that as a society, we can raise our consciousness.
I feel that for sure. And I think it's just like taking ownership too of our own body and emotions and everything and kind of coming into our own.
Yeah. Yeah. So keep doing those exercises. Okay.
I will. Thank
And
you
then
so much.
keep me updated. Let me know how it goes. I want to follow this. Okay, Brittany?
I will. I'm going to start that 28-day and go full force in the new year.
And by the way, most people who get the chemicals out of their life and do this process that have RA, most people, and if you're not doing it yet, boric acid, it's not on the list.
Okay.
Yeah, which you can get in different formats. You can DM us if you want, but between those things, I have found that people somewhere between the first and the fourth month, averaging about the second month, their RA symptoms go away. By the third month of diagnosis, we have like thousands of people that reported no diagnosis reversals.
That's amazing. You're truly a gift, and I so appreciate you.
Well, I can't wait to talk to you again. So reach out and let me know how it's going, okay, Brittany?
I will. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Super powerful. Brittany's Instagram. Hey, Brittany, can you put your Instagram in there? I think there's some people that are inspired by you want to follow. So, Brittany, put your Instagram in there. Start the reset. The best way to start the reset is go to our webpage and do the start with a 1-day reset. There's a 3-day reset and a 7-day reset, and make sure it all resonates with you. Hi, City Lotus. Haven't talked with you for a while. No, okay. I guess I'll talk to you later. Thank you for your comments, and I appreciate all you do. I mean, you're out there working with people real time as a therapist. Yeah. So if your bladder and urethra spasms are ramping up, lower reset and then add the psoas release and do them a couple times a day, and do the bladder release like I did earlier on this. Yeah, do that. It works really, really, really well. Can't seem to move from the 7-day. Just join the 28-day. And when you join the 28-day, there's classes. Join a class online. I mean, what we do is we put classes online for you guys that you can do. So you can do maneuvers, ask questions with a coach, free of charge. And then we have classes for processing and release. So we have people that hold space and show you how to get through emotional issues. And we have people that will do classes for you. I think it's super powerful. And that's in the 28-day reset. I'm going to do the other eye, guys. I'm unbalanced. I'm taking my left hand. I'm cupping my left eye. I'm taking my right one and twisting on the back of the head and breathing. And because when I did this with her, I feel a little unbalanced. Whoa. Oh, man. That is powerful. Woo! Microdosing into alcohol issues. Yeah, City Lotus. The best one I've found is ketamine is the best one for that, and psilocybin. But definitely alcohol addiction issues. And, you know, the other thing, City Lotus, too, a lot of therapists have been implementing the stress resets, because if you take the stress out 2 to 3 times per day, that's the fastest way through an addiction issue, in my opinion. I'm in Hayward. Hey, Brittany, look at you got some people there. So if you guys want to follow Brittany, or if you're in Wisconsin, check it out. You guys should work together. Crunchy knees, your take on why it happens. Dehydration and lack of movement of fluid in the fascial tissue. So and compression in the entire body. If you do the lower reset and the barefoot sprinter routine number 2, and you take the 28-day reset bundle, or you take the diatomaceous earth and Irish sea moss, those crunchy knees should go away, usually within a month or 2. How can I make the eyes the same colors? I'm not exactly sure if you mean like visually. I don't know. Garry, my neck moved forward. I think it's because of kidneys. What should I do? And my bump is sticking out now. Nita, are you able to, is there, I can't remember where you are. Is there someone where you are close to? There's somebody out there that can work with you. It sounds like you need some partnered maneuvers. That's what I would do, is go to the partner maneuver series. If you're not sure, go to our website. And the ones that are really powerful, bladder release partner, belly button release partner, ileocecal valve release partner, the arm release. There's one that's, and the leg releases. Those partner releases are really powerful. Hey, Gabrielle Gefter. How you doing? And I'm super excited about the 16th. I can feel something building. We have people coming and converging in Vancouver for the 16th. We are doing, the event is going to be based, I mean, you're going to release trauma, but if you have back pain, physical pain, if you have a progressive or chronic disease pathology, that is the place to go. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be having an open class with partner maneuvers, and we have lots of lifestyle artists and coaches that are going to be there. So in other words, the ability to help you, make sure that you're doing it right and get you more help. And we have a big community there. So it's in Vancouver. Go check our event section. And it's in Vancouver. Everybody's vomiting in my house today except me so far. Anything I do to hold off the stomach virus. Maybe it's not a stomach virus. Maybe it's a detox. This is Rainbow Designs, beige Rainbow Design. Maybe it's not a stomach virus, and that's an assumption. But when you're going through a detox, an emotional detox, like I had one the other day with a Taurus here, and then all of a sudden these Tauruses started showing up here. It was crazy. And then with the emotional detox, I had the emotional detox. I felt my body let go. And then all of a sudden, I'm detoxing physically. And that one caught me off guard. What I did was, honestly, through my detox, I wasn't able to on the weekend, on Friday, Thursday and Friday, I wasn't able to do my live when I got up in the morning. So urine therapy in the morning, and then all of a sudden I'm good for 3 hours. And then I had another live later on in the day, and I was literally in bed. And I'm like, I want to do this. So I got up, urine therapy again, boom, good for another 3 hours. We're going to be talking about that in 25 minutes. You guys, call your friends. If you want the truth on this stuff, we're going to be talking to Certified Health Nut. I mean, listen, there's a lot of controversy around this. And the reason why is because anything that works, like if you want to talk about controversy, look at boric acid or borax or boron. I mean, boron is one of the most important elements in your body, but look at the controversy around it. Anything that's going to help you heal is going to have controversy. Stress relief. And this is for Mo-Pure Skin Holistic. Stress release, the 15-minute stress reset will take stress right out of your body. It's in 15 minutes or less. You do that multiple times per day, and you do that 21 times, where you do it 3 times a day for 7 days. You're going to have a completely different story in your life. Psilocybin recommend, and we'll recommend the reset. Yeah, City Lois, let us know how it's going. And if you want any help with that, reach out. I'm very, very interested in the clinical applications of it right now. So when people are in clinic, I have a whole bunch of doctors, including orthopedic surgeons and psychiatrists and neurological surgeon, vascular surgeons. I have a whole bunch of them that I'm working with right now, and I'm helping them integrate this into their practice. Right eye said, seeing what you would do in the world. Left eye is fear of seeing or of dealing with my emotions and my feminine aspects in the future. I feel like I'm more dehydrated from the diarrhea. Okay, if you have diarrhea, Galen. Galen, are you doing the organ resets every day too? So the psoas release. If you're doing the psoas release, if you're not, then do it. And Galen, yeah, I think if I got it right, you're going to meet somebody. You're going to meet one of our practitioners, right? So they'll be able to do the belly button trauma release with you, ileocincal valve release, because usually the chronic diarrhea is because the valve gets dislodged or stuck in the small intestine. Not head, but my face, please. Evan, are you taking the supplements yet and doing the upper reset daily? Another Aquarius. And by the way, you notice the other Aquarius got hit in the head with a golf ball. There's something there. Just want to point that out. Have you compared fascia maneuvers with indigenous healing practices? Yeah. So that's a good one. It's involved me. Fascial maneuvers in relation to indigenous practices. So, okay, here's something that you're going to find. If it's true in this body and your body, it'll be true in every body. And there's only so many truths in the world. So indigenous practices were based around a version of that truth. So that's why they all work so well. But I believe that our bodies have changed substantially since the days of indigenous practices, and certainly our environment has. Fascial maneuvers are adapted for today's world because back during indigenous practices, they moved their body. They didn't have movement issues. We have movement issues. So we don't move properly. We don't move properly. Your body can't heal properly. That's it. So yes, you're going to find that there is similarities to anything that was true. At the core of it, anything that's true is going to look the same at the end. And this is why so many people are coming up and they're saying, well, we're doing this practice and it kind of looks like fascial maneuvers. Now, what we've done is we've taken a philosophy of the body. And if you want to take fascial maneuvers and adapt it however you want. There are some principles about pinning and locking, about counter-rotating, about using internal pressure, about using intention before the movement. Those principles can be added to anything. They can be added to yoga. They can be added to stretching, anything. Slipping rib syndrome. I'm at a loss. If you're having slipping rib syndrome, you need to have the minerals, the 28-day reset bundle right away, get the minerals. But more importantly with slipping rib syndrome is you've got to be doing the 10 fascial maneuvers. You've got to be doing pull over because that's actually moving the fascia over the ribs. You've got to be doing swinger because that's actually stretching the fascia out from the ribs to the hip. You've got to if you have a slipping rib syndrome, something up here is pulling into here or something down here is pulling into there or vice versa. It's happening on both sides. But in my experience, without getting the minerals and without getting the anti-inflammatory, you're going to be playing around with that forever. But if you do the fascial maneuvers, the 10 fascial maneuvers, add the upper reset and the lower reset into those on a daily basis, like add one day and one the other, and you do that for a period of a month. With the proper mineralization, diatomaceous earth, Irish sea moss, if you can do it, the 28-day reset supplements with the Power Kirk, I don't think you're going to have a slipping rib syndrome at the end of that. Usually people don't, but within a couple months for sure. Itchy scalp, dandruff, pimples on scalp for the past 15 years. Okay, immediately, diatomaceous earth, Irish sea moss, upper reset. Do the upper reset 1 time per day minimum. Get the foundation bundle, the reset, 28-day reset bundle of supplements. That will help you with that. Usually, that's why all our hair is changing. That's why our head changes shape too. It's pimples and dandruff in the scalp have a lot to do with, number one, pH balance for the dandruff. And pimples is because there's toxins up here that's not being released. So upper reset, do it every day. Sciatica, you can send us a message about that. I haven't seen sciatica in anybody that's lasted any time at all with doing fascial maneuvers, as long as you're hydrating the body, getting the minerals in. DE dosage to start off. That's a good question. I tell people to start with 1 teaspoon a day and then try 1 teaspoon twice per day. And then move that up to 2 teaspoons twice per day. And then you just go give it like a day, 1 teaspoon a day for like 3 days, 2 teaspoons a day for 3 days, 4 teaspoons a day for 3 days. And then what you'll notice is that, like, I'll give you an example. This morning I took foundation. I forgot because I normally don't take it in the morning, but I wanted the ashwagandha, the ashwin, our patented form, and I don't have an ashwagandha pill, so I only have it there. So I took it, and then I took 2 heaping spoonfuls of diatomaceous earth. I drank it, and then about half an hour later, I'm like, I got a headache. What's going on? And like, oh, I overdid it. My body, I pushed it a little bit past. So if you get a headache or nausea, you know to back down. And your body will build tolerance to it, because the headache is coming from, basically you're disrupting all the bugs and they're giving you pain. You're evicting them, and you're evicting them too fast when you get that pain. June 19th, helping 85-year-old Taurus dad prepare home for holidays after Virgo mom, September 12th, passed away. August 28th, after decades, RA. Sportalicious. Sportalicious. Yes, you are a moving Gemini here. If you're able to come, for you, it's definitely the 28-day reset. But since you got to do things twice, add the extra resets in there. Sportalicious. But helping your 85-year-old Taurus dad, I would look at the partnered maneuver series. You can DM us and we'll send it to you. So Sportalicious, I try to get you to go live. I guess you can't. Ulcerative colitis, yeah. You know, actually, if you go watch our Power Kirk podcast, you can go to our YouTube and watch it. It was developed for, Power Kirk was developed for ulcerative colitis. A lot of people that were just taking the supplement have abated all their symptoms. But ulcerative colitis is treated the same as we do in autoimmune disease. Get at the minimum, do the lower reset every single day. Get the body, ulcerative colitis means that there's dehydration, lack of mineralization, and inflammation in the fascial tissue organ pathways. So the supplements, take the 28-day reset supplements. For Crohn's colitis, I suggest 8 Power Kirk a day. Take the diatomaceous earth and Irish sea moss, the same as everybody else. Minimum lower reset, barefoot sprinter routine number 2. Minimum of those 2 every day. But get in and do the 28-day reset. I have yet, again, to hear anybody after 3 months that has symptoms from ulcerative colitis after doing this. Strong and constant feeling of anxiety and nervousness. I'm going to suggest that's probably dehydration and torsion in the upper rib cage and shoulders and neck and head somewhere. I would do the upper reset and make sure you get your body hydrated, the minerals, diatomaceous earth, Irish sea moss. Next Joshua Tree event. Hey, Stuff Mary does. I don't think we're going to be out there again, but there are groups starting up in LA. But we have that next version of the event. If you guys can get to Vancouver on December 16th, it's a Saturday. Come in on the 15th. Have the event on the 16th. I would get there if you are looking for, if this is something, if you are seriously tracking down trauma in your life, trying to heal your body, when you get in groups that big, you're going to have mass healing events. You see, Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe does it all the time. The power of those groups is the strongest power in the healing. And it's always like that. It's been like that forever. It's back to the times of Jesus. Persistent back pain since March. I've been doing physio, still got lots of back pain. Valerie, if you got back pain and you're here, you haven't done resets. Get in, Valerie. Do the lower reset, the barefoot sprinter routine number 2. Get the partner maneuvers. You should be able to get rid of consistent chronic back pain within a week or 2. If it's not gone in a week or 2 of doing that, then it's because there's dehydration. So grab the 28-day reset bundle of supplements. The Power Kirk will immediately loosen that up. The hydration will be in there. And usually if you're working with a professional like a physio and you still can't get rid of it, almost always it's dehydration. Swollen lymph nodes from mold. Swollen lymph nodes from mold. Your lymph nodes are swollen not from the mold, from the fact that your fascia is dehydrated and that can't flow fluid through there. Your fascia is not moving properly. So just get the mineralization, the hydration, to get your fascia moving properly. You're not going to have an issue. Hey, Netherlands, we're working on it. We're working on getting over there. But there's thousands of people in the Netherlands practicing, by the way. Celtic salt, worth taking, or just, yeah, you can add salt to it. It depends whether you need it or not. A lot of people got enough sodium in their diet, and the minerals you're going to get from Celtic salt, you're going to get with the sea moss. So try it out, see how it works. Let us know, okay? Recommend for endometriosis. I recommend a 28-day reset, and then the minimum, do the lower reset with a barefoot sprinter routine every day. And I recommend the partnered maneuvers. So you can DM us, or you can go to our website and look at the partner maneuver series, the belly button trauma release, ileocecal valve release, and with endometriosis, the partnered leg release and the partner shoulder hip release are super important. Hold trapped emotions. Guys, we got Mr. Casey coming here. Troy Casey coming in 15 minutes, and we're going to be talking about the truth of urine therapy. We're going to cut through all the bullshit. Hey, Gabrielle.
Oh, we're back.
How's it going?
It's going okay. It's been interesting. To be honest, I kind of got my butt kicked after Joshua Tree.
Yeah, so that's a good point. So people, because getting your butt kicked means that you're healing. So what was different? I mean, you were doing fascia maneuvers for a long time. You went to an event like the one we're doing in December, and what happened for you?
Well, okay. Well, I came to the event. I became aware in a couple months prior to this big knot that I had in my stomach and my gut, somewhere in my gut. And I came to the event, fasted. I've been fasting for a long time, like 7 days before the event. And it was a big emotional release. I was beaming with energy. At the same time, I was also like, it was also pretty tough. It was like, I was high on energy, but low on energy. I can't really explain it.
Well, you were high on energy, but your body was healing. So if I'm high on
right.
core energy, my body says, okay, now I can heal. Otherwise, it just uses the energy to function throughout the day. But so basically our body, our nervous system regulates energy, and it knows how much energy we take to get through a general day and through a week. So it allocates those reserves. Now, if I improve my function by decreasing my dysfunction, so if I take away a big pain or restriction that's drawing a lot of energy from me, my body goes, oh, you got more energy to heal. So it starts trying to heal you. And that's why you feel it, because your body it's not low energy. Your body's actually healing itself.
That's right. The best way I think I can explain it is that at that event, I was just riding this massive wave. Like I didn't know what was going on. Like I was there, I was like having trouble with my flight, I was having this and that, and everything worked out at the end. And it was just the trust that my body and the energy will guide me to guide me on the right path. So actually, you worked on me after the event a little bit, and you opened up a little bit of that intestinal block that I was having. And what happened after that was pretty interesting. The physical block left, but I felt like the energy of like it, it it was like I was still trying to like fill in that like there's like residual trauma in the energetic field, and after the event I like crashed all the way back into all my like habits, all my bad habits, especially with eating.
Okay, well, so that you didn't crash back in it. That's just a perception. When your body's ready to make a change, it has to go back and then deal with something. Because what happens is I have something come up, a feeling, emotion, I deal with it some way. I eat, I have sex, I do drugs, I do something. I beat myself up. I cut myself. I say bad things. I don't sleep. I do something to get through it. And then the body gets through it. Then what happens is I go back to start healing, and your body goes, okay, you're ready now. So it goes back to the emotion. That emotion comes up. And the first thing that emotion does is it has an automatic trigger to a behavior. So what it was doing is going back and saying, okay, let's get you out of that behavior, because that behavior is then what has the effect on the body.
Yeah. And I think I had to see that behavior again in a new light to be able to reframe it.
Right. Yeah. And it's usually, my experience is it's less than before, but I'm more aware of it. And sometimes it can be more, but generally for me, it was less than before, and I'm more aware of it.
That's right. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, for sure. And then I see Lewis in the chat is also talking about like different pains. Over the last few days, I've had body aches just coming up like crazy after sleeping.
Hey, I had an emotional release with one of the coaches, Teresa, on last week, I think on Wednesday or something like that. And then by Thursday, I was on the edge of going down. You know what that feels like? My throat's ready to go. I got a headache, got energy fluctuations, a little bit of heat and all that. And so I bumped up my urine therapy to like 3-4 times a day. And I would be like down. Bring myself up. Then I would go down again, bring myself back up, go down again, bring myself back up. That's how I processed. And I was like, instead of just shutting down, I decided to try and run my normal life and then see what would happen if I just increased the frequency of my body's rebalancing. And it took me longer to get through the issue, but I was functioning through the issue without much pain or discomfort.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask you, so during Scorpio, like I said, it was tough, and a lot of boundary issues got brought up, and I saw them in a new light, and I kind of was able to reframe how I have to set boundaries in my life, especially around family.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was noticing that when I was stressed, I wasn't doing the maneuvers as frequently, and I was having a hard time getting myself to do it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's like when you do an ice bath, you gotta all that emotion, because your body knows, your consciousness knows that you're gonna release a shit ton of fear when you get an ice bath, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah.
I have it too, and like I'm at the point where it's so natural. Like I'll just do it in my movement. Like I'll just be like this while I'm in the kitchen or something like that. But yeah, it's normal to feel like that, Gabriel. It's because your body is healing.
So I wanted to ask, because it's not just for me, it's also for the clients that I work with. I see this all the time with people. They have the hardest time taking just that first little step to go do the reset, to feel the difference. And so what's the biggest suggestion, first of all, for myself? How do I do that? Like shift it, and how do I communicate that to other people?
Okay, well, there's a couple things. When the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change, we just typically change. So I can either wait till the pain is enough and then say, I'm going to do it now. Or another way, everybody's got their own ways. Some people, like, I've got an Aries and Sagittarius and Capricorn lot in me. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to set it. I'm going to commit to do this. And then I set it by a calendar. The other one, I'm super good. If I commit to somebody, I do it. That's what the reset's about. Like when I go into the reset, I commit to show up. And if I commit to show up, then I do it. And that's really, when you're helping somebody, it's like 3 days. You know, you help them commit for 3 days. After 3 days, it's not helping them. It's just making them. So give them a call, show up with them for a couple of days when you're with clients. And then if they don't do it themselves, then it's like next. And they'll come back.
Okay. Next thing. When it gets to that point where it's like, okay, next, I take it personally, and I feel the pain of that.
Yeah, because somewhere along the line, that's happened to you.
Can you repeat that?
Somewhere along the line, you didn't show up for yourself and somebody said, okay, next.
Yeah, I don't know when that happened the first time.
Yeah, it's okay. But listen, you know, part of this is, you know, like I don't like people to be in pain. I mean, I used to not like it. Today, I'm very accepting of it. But when somebody was in pain, I just wanted to fix it. And what I discovered over the time, it was more about me. And I didn't want to be in pain, so I wanted to fix my pain. And quite often, when I wasn't sure what to do when we were developing the maneuvers, there were times, because we were doing the 10 maneuvers every day, but then I had these elbow issues and these hip issues, and before we developed all the hacks, right? And I would be in pain, and I'd be angry sometimes, just being in pain.
Yeah. I had another big anger release a couple of days ago. But it moves. It's like it really helps. But I always get.
Hey, we got a good question here.
Yeah.
See that? Said, do you take it personally when people don't want to be active participants?
I take it personally when people don't want to commit to the same level that I do.
Okay, there you go. So, and that's where, you know what, this is my biggest thing. It's like, if, you know, like for years, and this is also my businesses. This is why I drove corporations. I've had 13 businesses, 20,000 employees. And it was like, if you're not with me, you're against me. And, you know, that's not, I get it. I mean, kind of the Elon Musk way of working, but there's a balance. There's a balance of just saying, you're not ready, instead of you're not with me. It's not you're not committed, you're not ready. And when you're ready, I'm here. And so the idea is to reframe it. You're not letting them go. When you say next, you're saying, you're not ready. When you're ready, I'm here.
Yeah. And something's coming up. It's like, I think what's coming up is I was ready for a really long time, and then there was nobody there.
Yeah.
Like, it's this question of empowerment. Like, I want to help empower people to help themselves, right? The mission that you're on, the mission that you're displaying, what you're living is so powerful, and I connect to it so
And
deeply.
I didn't get here right away, though.
Of course.
You got to give yourself a break. I spent 10 years almost in a clinic fixing people who wouldn't take care of themselves before I finally said I had enough. I mean, 10,000 patients, and I'm like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to show up when people don't show up for themselves. But that took 10,000 patients.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now knowing you have a path to get there, which I didn't have, right?
Yeah. And so when I was younger, my biggest desire from like my earliest biggest desire that I can remember from like the age of 4 was to play music. Like I played a lot of music. I was taken to classes, this and that. Sorry. Oh. Can you hear me? Oh, I can't know what is going on. I can't hear you. I can hear something. Wait.
Also, yeah, who am I talking to?
Gary, I'm hearing someone else. What is going on? Gary, people saying we